Boy, this is certainly a unique matchup here for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship held by Bobo Brazil. You look at the match, you're like, well, wait a minute, these guys aren't in wrestling gear, they're in street clothes. So this is a street fight where the winner strips his opponent down to their wrestling gear. So the wrestling gear is under the layer of clothing that they have on. So what we're going to see is not a traditional wrestling matchup here with hip tosses and arm drags. We're going to see these two guys fighting because the only way to win is to strip down your opponent.
And where did Sebastian Rose find those clothes? Because that's not stuff he walks around in.
I certainly hope not. And if he does, he deserves to have them ripped off.
He wouldn't be caught dead and stuff like that on the streets.
And no, not at all. How many holes are there in those jeans? It looks like he left them in a closet full of moths. And boy, nothing is going right for Rose right now, but things are really still early. Rose is a crafty veteran who is known to bend a rule, like break a rule every now and then.
Well, Sebastian Rose wanted a rematch. And Bobo Brazil had him signed to a street fight, and this is right up Bobo's alley.
And look at that, Bobo Brazil just ripping away at that red shirt. Well, he's got a white shirt on underneath, but it looks like that red shirt is gone. Again, reason why he's ripping at the clothing is the winner is declared when you rip your opponent's clothing off.
There's a hunk of Sebastian Rose's hair in the ring.
Yeah, yes there is.
A couple of them, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you go to really just try and rip off that shirt. I'm sure some of the hair is going to come with it.
You know, the referee has nothing to do here, really, but to raise somebody's hand. There's no disqualification. Everything is legal.
Exactly. You're not going to see people going for pinfalls, submissions, whatnot. You're going to see just guys beating and clubbing each other senseless. And again, what about that X Factor out there where we have Pastor Payne at ringside for Sebastian Rose? Is this another new alliance with Pastor Payne?
I don't know, but it's almost irrelevant because, you know, Pastor Payne's going to get involved in every opportunity anyway. So the no disqualification really shouldn't play in here.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, Sebastian Rose, I never thought I would say this, is using some of the fringe from his T-shirt to choke out Bobo Brazil. Norm, I really think you should start wearing your clothing like that. You know, cut up the bottom. Stylish.
Stylish. And Sebastian Rose throwing you a souvenir there if you want it.
Maybe he heard my derogatory comments. You never know. Now, Sebastian Rose getting one of the shirts off of Bobo Brazil. But again, you're very wise here if you're one of the wrestlers in this match to wear multiple layers.
Well, before he takes it off, he's going to choke him with it.
Yeah, exactly. Choked with his own shirt.
And there's nothing anybody can do here.
And Jerry Graham is at ringside for Bobo Brazil, trying to negate that presence of Pastor Payne, and the crowd is really behind your world champ, that being Bobo Brazil. We've seen nothing but punches, kicks, and chokes here so far, Norm. And I don't think that's going to change any.
Well, you would think that would favor Bobo Brazil.
Well, Bobo's resilient, and look at that, just waiting for Sebastian Rose to come in, sized him up, boot into the middle.
You know, Dr. Jerry Graham was in his share of no disqualification matches.
And
Jerry Graham telling him to go right after him and stay on top of him.
Exactly.
Here
Take
comes
that attack.
Sebastian Rose.
Right to Sebastian Rose. They're right in front of us. I'm a little concerned with where we're at again. Do we get hazard pay? Rose is trying to climb into the third row, it looks like.
Well, they're in the third row now.
Yeah.
No
yeah,
DQ.
Okay. So this is tough for us to call. We're kind of talking into the sides of our microphones now.
Oh, now we're coming back to the ring.
Back in front of us as it might actually make its way back into the ring.
Look at that big headbutt from Bobo Brazil.
You know, I've got to tell you, Norm, we have seen some
my.
Wow.
That is the hardest chop in professional wrestling.
5 shirts aren't going to save. And I think it looks like maybe Bobo Brazil is going after the pants of Sebastian Rose.
Why not? You got to get them off.
Ripping those jeans. Ripping away at those pants. So what happens when you cut those jeans up? Look at that. Look at Bobo Brazil. He just tore apart a pair of those 501s. Oh my gosh. We've seen Bobo Brazil in some brawls here, and this has to be the one that takes the cake, Norm.
Those 501s deserve it, though.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I can't imagine he was going to wear those to the club afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not a fashion plate, but those are are hideous.
Hideous. And that's an understatement.
Oh!
Wow.
Headbutt, let's just say, to the lower abdomen.
And he's able to do that because there is no disqualification.
Totally legal.
And Sebastian Rose, again, in a phrase I never thought I would say, doing his best to keep his pants on.
He deserves everything he's getting from Bobo Brazil.
Yes, he does. And those jeans are hanging on by a whoa. And I think I thought those jeans were hanging on. They actually tripped up Rose, and I guess at this point he's better off without him because you can't walk in them. And he's ripping away at the pants of Bobo Brazil. Almost has him off. And again, the winner is the person who can rip all of their clothes off their opponent to where they're just down into their wrestling gear.
Oh, big clothesline.
That's the only thing resembling a wrestling maneuver that we've seen so far. And there's Pastor Payne giving Sebastian Rose some instructions like, hey, look, you can't pin him.
Look.
You got to finish him off. You've got to rip the rest of those clothes off.
Well, there goes the pants.
Yep, the pants are off.
Both wrestlers,
all they have to souvenir.
Both wrestlers, all they got to do is get the other man's T-shirt off.
Yep,
that is Sebastian Rose can get Bobo's T-shirt off. He's the new champion.
It is that close.
Oh, and here it goes.
Wow.
We could have a new champion here, Boomer.
Bobo Brazil is holding on precariously to that world title as that shirt is just about ready to go at any second here.
We might get a new champion. Bobo coming back, though. Bobo trying to save his title.
All Rose needs to do is just grab onto that shirt. Just grab onto that shirt. And look at that. Bobo Brazil has that shirt of Sebastian Rose.
Oh, there it comes.
I think that's it.
There it comes.
Almost done.
There it is.
And there's our winner. Our winner is Bobo Brazil by a thread.
Hit the bell.
What? And we have our winner. It's Bobo Brazil. No, wait, what is that, huh?
Well, wait, I guess it's not over.
What, huh? Did the referee
never
not
called
see?
For the bell.
The referee might not have seen Bobo Brazil get his shirt ripped off.
Oh,
he just ripped off the shirt.
We got a new champion. We got a new champion.
Look at what happened there.
Bobo, he took his shirt off.
But Dr. Jerry Graham just
got a new champion.
Bobo Brazil.
What's he doing?
And the referee didn't see Sebastian Rose rip the shirt off of Bobo Brazil. And he's got a handful of hair.
There goes Sebastian.
And a handful of shirt. And
now
there we go. Oh.
Your winner, and still WWA Heavyweight Champion, Bobo Brazil Jr.
What a finish. Sebastian Rose has his shirt ripped off.
We got cheated.
The referee didn't see it. And Pastor Payne gave Sebastian Rose another shirt, who then proceeded to rip off the shirt of Bobo Brazil. Referee didn't see it. Jerry Graham gave Bobo Brazil the shirt off of his back. Referee didn't see that happen. Then finally Bobo Brazil ripped the shirt off of his celebratory Sebastian Rose. Oh, we've got Norm up into the ring. We've got to get a word from...
Congratulations! The winner and still champion, Bobo Brazil Jr. It's WWA Superstar Wrestling back in town at Toledo Somerset Hall, the corner of Douglas and Lasky, Sunday night, April the 11th. Bell time is 7 o'clock. It'll be a flag match for the WWA Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Bobo Brazil, defends his title against the epitome of arrogance, Sebastian Rose. Dr. Jerry Graham with a flag in one corner, Pastor Payne with a flag in the other corner. The match can only end by somebody waving their flag. WWA Tag Team titles on the line. Toledo's own CIA, Black Velvet, and Denzel Titan will defend their titles against the Kentucky Wrecking Crew, Buck Wallace, and the vicious Pastor Payne. A special grudge match. Andy Shane with Dr. Jerry Graham in his corner to take on the mysterious Crimson. Returning to Toledo will be the Savage Babatunde and Toledo's own Brian Castle, and Jason Harris, the sharp-dressed man, will fear the foe as he takes on D-Ray 3000. It's WWA Superstar Wrestling back in Toledo, Somerset Hall, the corner of Douglas and Lasky, Sunday night, April the 11th, bell time at 7 o'clock. You are not going to want to miss it.